Now this is what NBA playoff basketball is about. Maybe the greatest doubleheader in TNT history. The Knicks faced off with the 76ers and the Nuggets faced off with the Lakers, and the Cavs beat the Magic earlier on in the day, which no one really cares about at this point. But I'm going to be talking about all three of the games in order, so here we go. Starting off with the Cavs and Magic, a game that was not on national TV, it was on NBA TV. The story out of this game was really the Cavs defense and how well they have played Paolo, and them really just forcing the Magic, who are not a good three-point shooting team, to shoot threes. Guys like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley played really good. Evan Mobley on defense, Jared Allen just overall played really good. And that's what happens when you have really no true big man out there for the Magic except for Wendell. And Wendell has only been really used to shoot threes and he's not been hitting them. But Jared Allen had a really good performance, 16, 20 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 stocks on 60% from the field. The Orlando Magic just do not have enough offensive options out there to carry the load when Paolo's not having a good game, or to just lay off some pressure from Paolo. They do not have that, and luckily for the Cavaliers they do, with Donovan Mitchell and Karis LeVert had a spark in this game. And of course Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are good for at least 15. But for the Cavs as well, 15 offensive rebounds leading to 18 second chance points to the Magic's 9 second chance points. That is a big difference maker in this game, especially with it only ending I think within 8 points. The Magic did make it interesting towards the end, but the Cavaliers just have the shot making to cool down a very defensive heavy Orlando Magic team. So the Cavs go up 2-0 defending home court, going to Orlando, and the Magic haven't even had a lead this entire playoff series. So for the Magic, this is definitely a learning experience, and it's good to have the playoff experience now than later on in Paolo's career. Going to the 76ers versus the Knicks in MSG, a battle of the heavyweights. This game was incredible all the way down into the very last second of the game. It was just incredible to watch, and the first game was very fun too, one of the few good games during the weekend, and the second game did not disappoint. Coming into the game, it was questionable that Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid might not even play, but they both ended up coming out there and both looked a little gassed, and Joel Embiid definitely looked a little hurt out there. His knee is really bothering him, you can tell, but Joel Embiid is gaining a lot of people's respect in this series because he is still battling out there. In a game where he's almost playing on one leg, put up 34, 10, and 6, and played a much more consistent game offensively compared to game 1. And Tyrese Maxey was unbelievable out there, put up 35, 9, and 10 on 54% from the field, a near triple-double in game 2. And this is all while feeling ill coming into the game. Him and Joel Embiid were just battling out there, fighting for this win, and man, they were so close, but an insane finish stopped that from happening. It all started when Lowry was fouled and he hit only one free throw out of the 2, and then Brunson comes down, hits a 3, and then the inbound. This was crazy where it led to the turnover and then the 3. When you look at the film, I'm not a fan of either of these teams, but Nick Nurse, apparently other players as well, were trying to call a timeout during the play and even before the play started while Kyle Lowry was just trying to inbound the ball. Apparently they were trying to call a timeout. Nick Nurse was trying to call a timeout for sure. I did see it in the film. And the refs did not reward him a timeout. I think they had one left, and that would have been a perfect opportunity to use it just to calm everything down and get a set play to make sure the ball is inbounded. But that did not happen, and it led to one of the most chaotic plays you will ever see in the playoffs, with Tyrese Maxey turning the ball over on the floor, then DiVincenzo shooting it from the wing and missing. Isaiah Hartenstein, who had himself a great game. Isaiah Hartenstein still showing why he is one of the most underrated bigs in the league. Gets the offensive rebound, passes it back out to the same guy, Dante DiVincenzo. Again, he had a great game as well on both ends out there, hitting big shot after big shot, and then hit the biggest shot, cashing in a top of the key 3 for the lead, putting the Knicks up 1 with just a few seconds left. But the Knicks were only up 1 point after that clutch bucket, so the 76ers called that timeout, and they were very close to taking that lead right back. They had a broken play that led to Tyrese Maxey running full sprint down the court from the other side of the court all the way to the rim, and somehow Isaiah Hartenstein again making a clutch play. Even though it's not a bucket, he made a clutch play on the defensive end with the block on Tyrese Maxey on the layup, saving the Knicks lead and really closing this one out. And this is one of those games where I thought for sure the 76ers were going to come out on top. They were just looking like they were under control towards the end of this game, and they had a good enough lead where I was like, it would take something absurd to happen for them to actually choke this, and look at what happened. Something absurd. Dante DiVincenzo, he played himself a great game and capped it off with his biggest shot of his career probably. Guys like Josh Hart played a great game. I think he put up like 20, 15, and just did a little bit of everything. I think like 2 steals, 2 blocks. Josh Hart came out the gates very good as well. In another game where Jalen Brunson did not play good, like he was struggling out there. The 76ers defense remained great on Jalen Brunson with Kelly Oubre, Kyle Lowry, and all those guys. And the Knicks somehow found a way to win with a bad Jalen Brunson game, which is crazy. One player though I gotta talk about for the 76ers who did not play well, and he hasn't played well this series, is Tobias Harris. If the 76ers want a chance to beat this team, Tobias Harris has to step up and take that third option spot from whoever it is right now, because you don't really know. I guess it's Kyle Lowry or something, but it's gotta be Tobias Harris right now. He is not playing well and he is not hitting his shots, and if he is able to hit his shots at some point of the series, that unlocks the offense for the 76ers, but he has not been able to do that, and it's just really been Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and a little bit of Kyle Lowry and some other guys at times. But even with that, this game was so close and they still found a way to lose it with a bad last couple seconds. And this is one of those losses where it can be so demoralizing for a team, it can affect the rest of the series. I don't know if this loss is going to go that far down into the mentality of the 76ers, but it was bad, and I can see it happening where they just feel demoralized after this. They do have home court to look forward to, though. They're going back to Philly for 2 straight games, and with these 2 games being this close in MSG with no Tobias Harris play basically, they do still have a shot at winning this series, but they're down 0-2 in 2 games where Jalen Brunson's played bad. So unless they still keep clamping him down, it is going to be a tough road to come back in this series. Knicks somehow lead 2-0 after that one. Just an insane game. And that game leading to another hardwood classic, the Lakers versus the Nuggets. Game 2 was a crazy ending. In this game, I thought the Lakers looked 10 times better than they did in game 1. Even just the body language looked much better. I think the defensive scheme and defensive execution was much better as well. And guys like D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves really did have bounce back games, especially D'Angelo Russell after his horrendous game 1. He came out and put up 23, 3 and 6 on 50% from the field. The ultimate bounce back game from D'Angelo Russell. You got to give him credit because that was a bad first game, and he came out and he did his thing. He was not the reason for them to lose this one, and I don't even know if they had a true reason on why they lost this one except for just pure greatness from the duo in Denver. LeBron also controlled the pace of this game for a majority of the second half to perfection. He put up 26, 8 and 12, 4 stocks, and like I said, controlled the pace of the game to perfection until really that fourth quarter towards the end where it was just chaos. That Anthony Davis LeBron pick and roll was working to perfection as well until the Denver Nuggets hit the Lakers with the Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic pick and roll, which was also unguardable. Nikola Jokic had himself a great game, 27, 20, and 10 assists, 56% from the field, just an insane game, a historic game as well. And Jamal Murray, I know he hit the big shot, but he did not play that good this whole game. He was talking about it in his post-game interview. He did not want to look at his field goal percentage. He knew he was struggling out there, but who cares when you hit the biggest shot of the playoffs? The Lakers were playing Murray to perfection for majority of this game, with Gabe Vincent and Austin Reeves playing great defense. But it only took him about 2 to 3 shots to get into rhythm, and from there on out, it was good night to the Lakers. This was definitely one of the best playoff games in recent memory, just back and forth throughout the whole game. LeBron and Nikola Jokic even going back and forth, bucket for bucket in the fourth. And to cap it off, a game-winning buzzer beater fadeaway mid-range on Anthony Davis. Just an absurd finish and maybe the greatest doubleheader in NBA on TNT history. And like I said for the 76ers, This one is also super demoralizing. Now for the Lakers, I don't know if this will affect them for the whole series because they have LeBron, and LeBron, he knows how to get through a playoff series no matter the scenario. So if you wanted me to choose like a team I had more faith in to bounce back into the rest of the series between the Lakers and the 76ers, I probably would choose the Lakers purely because they have LeBron and Anthony Davis, who are very well experienced in the playoffs, especially LeBron, of course, year 21. He is used to every single playoff scenario. I think he can get these guys bounced back for game 3 and 4 and hopefully make it a series for the Lakers, but man, the Nuggets, they just look unstoppable. Denver was also down 20 at one point in this game and came back to win. Just an insane finish. Like I said, some of the greatest basketball we've seen in back-to-back games. And this is what playoff basketball is all about. Like just peak hoops we just saw. So I did not want to make this video too long because I want to get it out as soon as possible. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button down below, subscribe button, notification bell, so you can be notified as soon as I upload. This is day 3 of NBA playoffs. Hopefully we can still keep going without getting burnt out or anything. But at this pace, I'm super excited for more playoff hoops. I'm not even close to getting burnt out. Let me know your thoughts on these 3 games that were just absurd. At least 2 of them. Sorry, Cavs and Magic. But these 2 games were classics. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments below. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Murray makes a move.